Good evening. This is September 12th, 2016, the day after we remembered the jihadist radical Islamists who took down the Twin Towers, if you believe the official story. And what we want to discuss today is, this is part two to surviving the coming martial law that I posted on June 30th, 2016. And I'm going to get into some more detail about what you need to be doing, how you need to be preparing to survive. Okay? First things first is water. You can survive for a month on just water. Okay? Now, there are different opinions on what you can be doing. Some people are buying bottled water. Some people are buying these little survival kits with the little laminated Mylar water pouches and all that. That's all great. It's definitely better than nothing. But I'm actually doing this. So what I'm telling you from experience what I'm doing, and I've been going back and forth preparing since Y2K in 2000. So for at least 16 years, I've been doing some of these things. I've been doing what I'm getting ready to tell you, but I think you should be doing. Okay, water is a must. Is a must. Okay, water has to be clean, safe, and palatable. Now, there's two different ways to save. You can get bottles, water. You can save it in barrels and drums. Now, you can go to eBay. There's places online. You can get a 50-gallon drum, a water drum. I think they're like $68, $78 plus shipping. That can get expensive just for 50 gallons. Okay, now you need to be putting up some water. But you can go to Walmart and you can buy a 38-gallon garbage can for $19. Okay? Just one way you can do it. You can buy for $40, let's say $20, you can buy four 38-gallon garbage cans with lids for the price of 150 gallon. So 38 times 3, 24, 9. That's about 150 gallons, about 100, maybe roughly 120 gallons. About 3 times as much for the same price of 150 gallon water drum. Okay, so you can do that. Now, you can take the drum and buy a large, heavy-duty garbage bags, and line that with that, and put it in the garbage can. Fill it full of, take your water hose and fill it full of water. Alright? Fill it all the way up top. Fill it slap full. Put the lid on. Now, that's good if you're staying at your house. Now, if you have to bug out, like just recently happened in Baton Rouge in South Louisiana, where they had the flooding. These people had to leave. So you had to, if you had any storable food, water, if it was in a 50-gallon barrel, you couldn't move it. Because water weighs about 8 pounds a gallon, so you look at 400 pounds. And 200 pounds, you couldn't move it. Well, 8 times 50 is 400. So it's roughly about 400 pounds. You're not putting that in the back of your Toyota or your Nissan or whatever, or your Ford. So you got to have something you can take. Now, what I do and have been doing, again, I've got about 60 of these. I've got about 60 2-liter bottles. And they're already full of water. Unfortunately, my bad habit, I don't drink, smoke, or do any drugs. None of that. But I do drink a lot of soda pop. And I do drink the Pepsis. It doesn't have any sugar in it or the aspartame, supposedly. Alright, so besides that, I drink a lot of milk. I do drink a lot of water, but I drink it. But I've been saving the 2-liter bottles. And I wash them out and I fill them up to the top. If you're going to store them outside, don't fill them up all the way because they'll spoil up a little bit of water, all that kind of thing. Also, during the winter, that's not going to work either. The water's got to come inside because it's going to freeze. So like the barrel, I got 2 barrels outside full of water. I'll probably dump them when we start getting cold. It's going to freeze the water. I'll dump them. But I will have plenty of 2-liter bottles stored up. Put them in a closet and so forth. Now, in my experience, if you put water and I wash it out so you don't have the Coke taste to it and all that. So what you do is, you store the water. to have filters are no good if you don't have water. So you got to have something to filter. So anything's better than nothing. There are different filters you can buy. Plenty of filters you can buy. I have some, and I'm going to give you some examples of what I have. I have Zero filters. I guess, well, I forgot what it's called, but you just put them on your countertop, pitcher. Zero water pitchers. And I have some of them, and then I have extra filters. Now, these filters will do hundreds of gallons of water. Hundreds of gallons of water. And they also will take out any heavy solids. That means any chemicals that is considered a heavy solid, it will take that out also. Now, we also have a concern about, I've been concerned about these here. For long-term storage, do these plastic 2-liter bottles contain BPA in it? Which is a chemical that everybody's been talking about, that, that kills your sperm count, and it just goes on and on and on. Destroys testosterone production and so forth and so forth. But I am suspicious, in a good way, that I believe that these Zero water filters will actually take out the BPA. Because without a doubt, because it's a plastic chemical, that it will probably filter that out, because it's probably a heavy solid. So if you store this, and you worry about BPA being absorbed from the plastic bottle because it's been there for a while, now you might buy the Pepsi and it, you drink it in 5-6 days. There's not going to be no seepage of the BPA from it. But if you put these up for 6 months, you may have seepage. I don't know how long before that happens. But the filters I believe the zero tolerance filter will take care of that. All right. Zero water filters. There are other filters, but I like the Zeros. And you can get them at Walmart. I think this filter's like $15. The pitcher's like $29. You can get different sizes. Just get your pitcher tube. It comes with the filter. Buy an extra filter as you go. You don't have to go broke getting ready for it. Okay? So, get you one here, get you one there. All right? I also have a Zero water tumbler. Has a filter. It's good for hundreds of gallons too. Hundreds of gallons of water. You can carry that with you and so forth. Alright? Comes with the straw and all that in it. It's pretty nice. Pretty heavy duty. But it is BPA free just like the pitchers are. So you have to worry about the chemical there, but I believe it will take out the water if the water is stored in a bottle that contains BPA. I believe it will take it out. I'm going to contact them and get back with you and let you know if it will. I think the water pitcher about $24 too. I got it off eBay. Also, we have what's called the Life Straw. Very light. Can be stored for 20 years. No problem. $19. It says at the minimum it'll water filter 264 gallons. That's just completely just nasty to contaminated water. 264 gallons. If you need a gallon a day, this will hold you for about a year on a gallon a day without rationing. And there's always, filter the water, strain out the trash, the mud, the algae, the fungus and all that with a t-shirt, with a coffee filters. Filter it out and then put it filter into a container. Then use this this is the Life Straw. Use this to get it out, to drink it. And that would extend life. on the bad side, like you said, read on the package, 264 gallons. No? 264 gallons. $19 on eBay. Beware though. There are some Chinese imitations coming from China. I don't know if they're as good, but $19 for almost 264 gallons on the low side. $12 worth it. I got them sitting in my safe. All right? $19. Now we have what's called a Sawyer mini water filtration system. Just so you can see this. Bought it at Walmart, and I believe it was $19. Now this one claims filters up to 100,000 gallons. of water. 100,000 gallons. Same thing. Clean out, they weed out all the trash, so it's just filtering just the water. That's all you have to do. Now this probably won't remove the BPA, and the livestock will probably not remove. I doubt it will either, because it's not to the extent. The zero water filters are 5 stages, and these are not that many. This is for getting the bacteria and the trash out. These are not going to get chemicals out. The mini soyer and the livestock will not remove chemicals, even though Zero Water claims that. I've contacted them through email. Will move out all heavy solids. That seems to be pretty interesting. All heavy solids. I was asking about the fluoride and the lead. And they said all heavy solids. So I guess that's everything. This will screw into a water bottle. Our Pepsi, a 20-ounce bottle. It will screw into it. So you can fill that full of water and drink it through, and then drink it through here. It's got the straw. See, we've got a heavy-duty pouch you can put water in and screw to this, to the filter. $19 at Walmart. And the reason I mention Walmart is so you can go right to Walmart and get it. Get 3 or 4 of them. Get one here, get one there. You don't have to go broke preparing. All right. There's also on Facebook. There's a company called Alpha. It's called Survival Alpha. If I got it right. And what they're doing, you have to pay shipping. I think it's $4.95. They have a little straw that is similar to this and this, but it's a little bit smaller. And they claim it would do, I think they said 30 gallons. 30 gallons, I think what they said. And it may do more, just once again, it depends on how nasty the water is. And now they're asking is $4.95 shipping. Now, you won't get but 100 gallons for the same price as this. But it's a little bit smaller, but you can do $4.95, And then once again, we got Old Faithful. You can boil the water for about 20 minutes, depending on your altitude versus sea level. And so you can do that. That's just several. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways to filter water plus boiling the water. But the key is you got to have the water. So you got to have water stored. You can get 5-gallon buckets. You can get the big Kool-Aid bottles. Get the milk jug. Put them up. Put the water up a little bit at a time, Because when it happened in Louisiana a couple months ago, just a month ago, this is September, last month when they had all the flooding, tens of thousands of people had to just vacate their premises, leave their houses in 10 minutes time. They didn't have time to get nothing. So once again, if you have these, you can grab 10 of these and go. Handle your business. You can go. You're good. All right? You're good. And even if you couldn't filter it, it would definitely be better than nothing. Just wash out the bottles real good, rinse them out, and put a little soap in if you want. Get your bottle of bleach. Put half a teaspoon in each one. Maybe a teaspoon to a gallon of water. This is about half a gallon, whatever. Half a teaspoon of water. Shake it up. Let it sit for about 20 minutes. Take all the bacteria out. Don't put too much, because then you'll have the bacteria. You'll have the bleach taste in it. But let it sit for a while. Shake it up a couple times. Get it all mixed up in there. It'll kill the bacteria. Bleach comes in handy. I got a couple gallons put up in the laundry room for non-cleaning, for non-laundry uses. Now that we touched up on that, now we deal with food. Don't go buy a bunch of rice and macaroni. About a year's storage is about all it's going to be good. I know from Y2K. I had probably 20 cases of ramen noodles. Back then it was like $2 a case. You could just load up on it. Plenty of 2-liter bottles. I basically just threw them all away. Moved, got another new house a couple years ago, and that kind of thing. So that's that. Noodles, the ramen noodles were stale, were horrible. They weren't. There's nothing you could have done to make them edible. Even the little season packets were solid rock. Just a complete waste of effort, energy, and time, and a little bit of money I spent. Rice, go get weevils, go get worms. It's gonna go bad after about a year. Macaronis, pastas, they're not gonna last a long time. Now the reason why they don't last though, the macaronis, is because it's the containers that they're in. cheap plastic, the cardboard boxes, the macaroni comes in, it's not going to sustain. It's going to draw moisture and all that kind of stuff. It's going to, whatever. Now, if you can get that and you have access to Mylar bags, heavy grade, military grade Mylar bags, it is feasible that you could take the macaroni and the pastas and the rice and put them in the bags and seal the bags with an iron on low heat. That would definitely keep out the sunlight and the moisture. You got to get all the moisture out. Those are moisture packets, the humidifier packets, and if you can get to them, that's the only way to do that. Get canned goods. Get canned goods. You can do that. You can definitely go get canned goods. Once again, they have a limited supply. I have some from Y2K, and I'm thinking, and after about 2 years, I found cans that literally had rusted through, and there was nothing in the can. Where it went, I don't know. But the cans, look, you could just poke your hands through them. As I was eating off some of the top, and I was finding some, I just throwing it away. You could take the cans and just pop them. They felt light. They weren't quite like there was a lot of evaporation. I don't know if something got to them or what. If the rats might have got to them. But the cans were light. They were thin. You could punch holes in them. So if you go get canned goods and write the dates on them to rotate them out. I mean, if you've had the can 3 months, go ahead and take it to work and eat it. Take it down to the Salvation Army or somebody, to the food canner or something like that, and get rid of it. Rotate it out 3 or 4 or 5 months or so, depending on the conditions. If it's nice and cool, dry and all that, they may last longer. I would think a year, But but date them up, I've got about 60 or 70 cans of that put up. I don't have any pastas or anything like that. Cause I've seen what it does, and so I figured at this point I don't want some. Also, the cans don't have to be cooked. It'll be cold, but you can eat it. You can get your raviolis. You can get canned macaroni if you want macaroni. You can get your pastas and all that in the can already done. If they're hot, if they're cold, it's something better than nothing. It will sustain you. Now, Food for Patriots are offered for $9.95 a 3-day, 72-hour meal packet. You just pay $9.95 shipping. I went ahead and bought that. I reckon it's 14 meals or some 15 meals, whatever it is. And then, after I get at it, it made me an offer. That's kind of, I think he's kind of wanting you to get the movie. He's also trying to promote you to buy something else. And the guy puts out some videos today, September 12, 2016, about the government wanting to get all their storable food and how fast can they produce and how much can they produce in 24 hours that they run. Everybody had one 24/7. How many pallets can they get on the truck? How much will be on the pallet? How far can they get it? All kinds of stuff. The government literally want to buy their complete stock of everything. You're just making it for the government now. That's what they were wanting. And the guy who owns for Patriot Food also said that prices are going to go up on the food that they use, the freshest food, the best food, and all that. He says, and I don't doubt it. When I find out, I'm going to review that. As I said before, I'm going to let you know about what it tastes like. And he says that they think something's coming. The government does. I don't know. I've been here for 25 years. The apocalypse coming, the end of time's coming, Nibiru's coming, Planet X is coming, the Mayan calendar's coming. Who knows? We do know, and I live in Mississippi. Louisiana's right down the road from me. 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had an earthquake on the Oklahoma-Mississippi border. 2 weeks after that, we had an earthquake on the Mississippi and Alabama border. It was like a 5.9. We didn't notice it where I live at. But the thing is, if I have an earthquake in my vicinity and the water lines buckle 4 inches, 2 inches, we lose pressure, no water. Poles are going to start falling, stuff like that. Back to the survival. So you need to be prepared for man-made crises and natural crises. I don't know. There are definitely tons of videos on YouTube like mine that give you survival skills and training. There are books you can buy. This is a survival book. It's an old book. It's very old. I don't know. I've had it 10, 15 years. It's in bad shape. I recently bought a new copy on eBay. I put it, you can see what it is. All right. It's the Military Book Club Survival Handbook. Very informative. Of course, it's by Peter Darman. Peter, P-E-T-E-R, Darman, D-A-R-M-A-N. And then the subtitle says, based on survival skills taught to the Green Berets, Commandos, SEALs, and other elite forces around the world. A lot of information on there. A lot of this stuff is straight out of the U.S. Military Survival Manual. No, you can get that. But, I mean, I bought this on eBay. Bought a brand new copy, sent up on the bookshelf behind me. Still in the packet. You can get that. I bought this. 100 Deadly Skills by Clint Emerson. Pretty interesting. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I got it off eBay by Clint Emerson. 100 Deadly Skills, the SEAL's operative guide to eluding pursuers, evading capture, surviving any dangerous situation. A lot of stuff, you know, bug out bag, I'm going to get to all that. Pretty interesting stuff. You need, I mean, put a little bit in your head. It's fine to have it on DVD, but when the lights don't work, neither do the DVD players. So that's just another book I would suggest. I bought this book. Now, this book was pretty expensive. I think about $40. It's called The Lost Ways. And they shows you how to make a really incredible food. It's a survival food. It's made out of beef, tallow fat, blueberries, or strawberries. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you how to, I'm just giving you a rundown how you make it. You get the leanest beef you can, chop it up in strips. You use a dehydrator and put it in the oven on the lowest setting for 15 hours to hydrate the meat. And strawberries or berries. Okay? You don't need the seeds. Don't need the stalk, anything. And you put the little berries in some little foil right on the rack. You put the meat right on the rack. 6 pounds will yield about 2 pounds of dehydrated meat. And then you're going to you're going to dehydrate the berries, you're going to dehydrate the meat for about 15 hours. The lowest setting on the stove, or use a dehydrator. After that, you're going to take the tallow, which is meat fat, and you're going to boil it. And you're going to boil it, and you're going to mix it, you're going to chop them small, and you're going to boil it, you're going to get all the fat out of there, and you're going to strain, today you're going to boil it down to nothing. And then if you have this crackling that you don't need, you can feed the dog, make good snacks. You're going to take the beef and the strawberries or the cranberries or the blueberries, and you're going to grind them up into a powder separately. And then you'll mix the meat and the berries with that, and you make a paste. And you boil it for a certain amount of time. Actually, the guy in the effort to sell the book literally tells you how to make it. Okay? Literally tells you how to make it. So if you want to make that. I'm in a minute. I haven't looked at the book a whole lot. I got the book just in case. Because I've got plenty of survival books already that I've read. And but I'm going to just go through it a little bit and just give you an idea of some of the stuff that are in here. And the skills. And some of it I haven't read myself. But anyways, he tells you need 2 pounds. Well, that's like, based on calories, will provide you enough energy for like 2 weeks or a month, one person. But you just take it and you put it in a Ziploc bag. The Indians they have found some of this stuff 50 years old and it was still edible. Still good. Something about the fat and the berries does something to the meat that lets the meat the meat doesn't go bad. So, but you take it, you put it in a Ziploc bag and you get all the air out and you seal it. The best way to get air out of something is to put it in a sink or a water bowl and take the Ziploc bag and close it all the way to the corner and take all of the bag and slowly put it in the water and make sure it gets around every corner, crevice, hole, pocket, and push all the air out. Seal it. Once again, if you can come across Mylar, potato chip bags are made out of Mylar. It's thin, but it serves a purpose. You can take that and put it in there, wrap it up, maybe roll it up, put a rubber band on it, go back to business. Or you can heat up an iron. Now, back to the book, The Lost Ways. Well, I mean, like some of the stuff, it goes about making your own beverages, beer, and stronger stuff. Making it still, an Albert still, a homemade still. It's a pretty good sized book. How to make ginger beer. How North American Indians and earlier pioneers made pemmican. Pemmican is what I was talking about. It's the storable pemmican. It's P-E-M-M-I-C-A-N. The book is worth its own weight just in that. I'm not worried about making beer. No, not worried about making beer. Spycraft, military correspondence during the 1700s to 1900s. Wild West guns, when the shit hits the fan, and they guide you rolling your own ammo. These days, it's more expensive to load your own ammo than it is to buy. I mean, Sportsman's Guide and Shipping and Dirt, you can get 1,000 rounds of a 223 Tulo for about $107 plus shipping. So you mean that's nice to know, but you can buy it cheap and you can reload it. And then it goes on the modern firearms, handguns, rifles, ammunition, reloading components, the cartridge case, processing brass cartridge cases, casting bullets, bullet mold, lead, melting pot, etc. Black powder. Like I said, we're not going. I'm just going to buy the ammo, and I suggest you do the same thing. Get what you can. We'll touch up on that in a minute. How our forefathers built their sawmills, grain mills, and stamping mills. Could be interesting. Maybe not in the 21st century, but how our ancestors made herbal poultices to heal their wounds. Then it goes, what is poultice? A few poultice recipes. Cataplasma aromaticum. Soothing poultice. Then it's got for stomach aches. A mustard poultice. Native American recipe to treat an abscess. A word of warning from the past. What our ancestors were foraging for, and how to wildcraft your table. Then he goes about to make the arrowhead, asparagus, bulrush, cattails, chickweed, chicory, cleavers, dandelion. Dandelions are really interesting food. You should just plant them around your house just for the sake of having them. Henbit, lamb's quarters, lady's thumb, mint, mulberry, mustard, peppergrass, pigweed, plantain, pennycress, prickly lettuce, pure slang, quickweed, reed, grass, shepherd purse, sourdock, stocksbill, and watercress. How our ancestors navigated without using GPS. That can come in handy using the stars. That can become handy. Shadow tip method, watch method. Using the stars, letting the sun guide you. Excuse me. Letting the moon guide you at night. Moss and other vegetation, making a compass. How our forefathers made knives. That's interesting. It's for the sake of making knives, but hey, go to eBay and get you something. When it comes to knives, you definitely get what you pay for. If you buy a $6 knife, you got a $6 knife. And if it's a $6 pocket folder, screws are coming out, the blade's going to come loose, and all that kind of stuff. Get you a Bitchmade, a Cold Steel, a Emerson, a Spyderco. There's Gerbers, Bucks, Charades. There's just countless numbers of knives from $20 to $400. But you need some good folders. You need some good medium-sized knives. These big Bowies, I've got a couple of them bought in like a 1989. Yeah, they're awesome. They're not really tactical. Also get several different methods of sharpening. My friends at work tell me they're astonished how sharp I keep my knives. They're razor hard, paper splitting, hair shaving. And I tell them a dull knife ain't nothing but a screwdriver. It's all it is. It's nothing but a screwdriver. So get some knives. Even utility knives, get some extra pack of blades. Hey, put a utility knife and pack of blades in every go bag you got. Alright? How our forefathers made snowshoes for survival. Most of this stuff you can actually get in a U.S. military survival manual that covers that. It'll cover all the seasons, tropical, desert, and all that. And the book's about yay thick. And I don't know, I haven't bought one in a long time. Mine fell apart. It was used so much, reading so much into it. How North Carolina Native Americans built their own semi-terrain roundhouse shelters. We're going to get back to the shelter thing. Ancestors Guide to Root Cellars. You're only going to need that is if the system collapses, say from an EMP, and it's going to be years before we're back up to where we're nuked into the Stone Age. That's why I got the book. Just in case it goes, really south. EMP, nuclear war, nuclear weapons exchange, and we're put back into the Stone Age. And you're literally got to go back to the 1800s to live. And live like that for the rest of your life and your grandkids. It'll take 100 years to build it back. Okay? We were talking about it. We were telling our kids, you tell your great-grandkids how we used to live before the war. Before the Red Dawn. Or the Road Warrior series. Let's see here. Lighting, humidity, that's all about in the cellar. Good old-fashioned cooking on an open flame. Cast iron cooking. Avoid aluminum. I got some aluminum pots, but avoid them if you can't get stainless or iron cast iron. They cook better, and you don't have the chemical issue that some people say is related to Alzheimer's and all that kind of stuff like that. How to cast iron cooking, care and use. Excuse me. Roasting meats on a pit, on a string. Dutch oven cooking, the right temperatures. Companion tools. Recipes past and future. Cold cannon meat pies. Mock turtle soup. I'm not eating no turtle. Nope, not happening. Wassail. Don't know what that is. W-A-S-S-A-I-L. Wassail. I don't know. Learning from my ancestors how to preserve water. We've went up on that. Maybe, hey, have more than one idea. Keep it up, because this idea whatever. The jug may bust. Whatever reason, be prepared. Water's the key. Learning from my ancestors how to take care of your hygiene when there isn't anything to buy. Okay, go by the Dollar Tree. Pick up some toothbrushes and some toothpaste. $1, couple toothbrushes for $1. Toilet paper. Hey, leaves and grass may not be your taste. It's not mine. When you go to the store every other time, go pick up an extra roll. Go pick up an extra roll. Because you may only be in a situation for 2 weeks. Stores may be closed, you can't get there, whatever. And then maybe for long haul, then you can't stock enough toilet paper. You're gonna run out. Making soap. Basic recipe for soap. But buy some, in stockpile, Spend $10 on soap, put it up. Hand detergents, whatever. Making your own signature soaps, medicine soaps, homemade toothpaste, baking soda recipe, clay toothpaste, and then toothpaste. Then it goes on how and why I prefer to make soap with modern ingredients. Temporary installing of a wood burning stove during emergencies. Don't burn your house down. Not a good idea. Making traditional and survival bark bread. How to make tasty bread like in 1869. Trapping in a winter for beaver and muskrat. Don't have none of that around Mississippi. That I've seen anyway. Plenty of squirrels and rabbits though. Lots of coons. I'm getting all my food storages that I'm getting are basically going to be vegetables and fruits. I hate to have to kill something. I mean, I'm not a wuss, but I just think I don't want to kill something unless I have to. I will hunt. I have hunted, but when I can make a preparation, to avoid that. I also think about getting some storable heirloom seeds. I got to get some of them. Once again, it's going to be for the long haul. All right. Anyways, how to build a smokeless and smokehouse and smoke fish. Practical survival lessons from the Donner Party. And then weather is a deciding factor. Know when to turn back. Stress leads to anger and volatility. Age and gender play a huge role in survival. Small wounds equal death. An infection in a fingernail could be something that's not good. Anyways, we've touched upon that. Now, back to the shelters and all that. I hear all these people, I'm going to get my bug out bag. I got my bug out bag ready. What are you bugging out to? I got a house. Why would I leave my house? I'm going to live out in the woods. And half my house is caved in, I'll just take that part apart. I just tear that part out and make shift a wall. You know what I'm saying? I don't go for this bug out thing unless you're in a spot where you can't protect it because of the rioting and so forth and the looters. And then at some point, I'm just going to get them guns out that I've been telling everybody to get and just defend my property, you know. Do that route. And, you know, of course, if the houses become unsurvivable, well, you still got plywood and shingles and doors and walls. You can make a makeshift surrounding. So, I just, to me, to leave your house and to go bug out, and most circumstances, it doesn't even make sense. I mean, if it's flooded, yeah, I've got to go. Okay? But I'm going to bug out in my expedition. You know? And, you know, and in 5 minutes, I'm going to have 40 bottles of water, and God knows how much food in there. And I always keep my tank at least half, so I can get somewhere if I have to without work, depending on the water. Okay? You know what I'm saying? One more thing. If you got pets, consider them. They're going to need food. They're going to need water. Consider them. Also, in a food crisis, your dogs are a meal to somebody that doesn't have anything. This is why I'm putting out this video. This is why I'm sharing you with the books that you need to get. You need to be prepared. Every one of you need to be prepared. You need to make preparations for yourself. So you won't be the one walking the streets asking for a cup of water. I won't be one of them. And if I can help out, I most certainly will help out. But I'm helping right now. I'm telling everybody, you need to be prepared. You need to get ready for this. Because something's going to, you know, something will happen eventually. It may not be an asteroid. It may not be martial law, you know. But it's going to be an earthquake. It's going to be a flood. It's going to be a tornado. A tornado can come through a town, wipe all the lights out. All the power, that kills running water, that kills the sewage systems. That kills Walmart. The poles are torn down. Walmart has no food. What Walmart has is spoiled. What Walmart has is, if anybody can get to the store, are stealing it or buying what little bit is left on the shelf. You go to any Walmart that's in any state, any county, any city, and if there was a rush on that food, it wouldn't last an hour. And an hour, Walmart would be completely empty. They'd have to get the cops out to control the people at the cash registers. You see how people react over on Black Friday for Christmas over a video game? Hey, I'm going to get I'm going to get that 40-inch TV for $100. Hey, they will kill their neighbor for that. What do you think they do to you when your kids have no food? What about that dog over there that's the only thing they see? Hey, he may hate it, but he's going to kill that dog. Your pet. You've got to be prepared, and I'm urging you, I'm begging you, please, please listen to me. Go be prepared. If anything, when you go to the store, buy 10 cans of canned goods. Make sure you got can openers. Okay? Get some toilet paper. Hey, take your milk jug, your tea bottle, whatever. Fill it full of water. Buy a gallon of bleach to keep the water clean. Go to the Dollar Tree. You can get lots of things at the Dollar Tree. It ain't the most healthy, but it'll keep your belly full. Okay? I implore you, I'm imploring you to please go be prepared. The more of us that are prepared, the easier it will be on everybody. Because see, if I got a little extra and you got a little bit extra, our neighbor, we can help him out. We can give him a little bit. Yeah, here's 4 canned goods, you know. Here's something for your kids. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be prepared. I implore you to put up some food, to put up some water, to go buy some kind of little gun, to put up some ammo. Be prepared. It can be done, even on a budget. You can go to the pawn shop and get a $100 rifle, 22 rifle. Spend $10 and get 22 bullets. You can defend yourself and you can shoot a squirrel. You know what I'm saying? We've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to prepare. I mean, I live on the Mississippi River. I'm 1 mile from the Mississippi River. The Madrid Fault was the most violent faults they've ever seen. It runs down the river. They said in 1890, some believe it was, it was so violent the Mississippi River ran north. Instead of south, it ran north. It is possible. And the thing about buying food, you got them canned goods, okay? You got 40, 50 canned goods. And you can get canned goods at Walmart for 68 cents. I was just there. 80 cents for raviolis. spaghetti and meatballs. You can't get it. You can buy something. Something's better than nothing. You know, if it don't happen, like I said, no, everything I bought was this month and last month. Just in this month. So I gotta go in there and I'm gonna put on there 8/16. 8/16, 8/16. That's the month and the year. And in 4 or 5 months, nothing happens. I'll start rotating them out. I'll rotate them out. That's why I bought the storable foods. So I can rotate out, and if something happens while I'm rotating that out, I still have something. I also want to say I bought something. I'm gonna go to my computer, so don't panic. It was Emerson Farms. Oh, it may take me a minute here. I've got so many windows open and so forth. And it'll take me a minute to find it, I believe, but that's okay. Won't be a problem. It won't be just a second. Let me go back this here page. Just bear with me. I wasn't prepared for this. But I'm doing the best I can for everybody to be prepared for it, okay? Here, let me go back down here. Here it is. I bought. It's going to make me sign in for all that nonsense. I hate that crap. But anyways, I bought what's called Emerson Farms vegetable bucket. It's a 6-gallon bucket. It's got 388 servings. 388 servings. For it was $78, free shipping. I'm gonna get this here because I need to get to it. I gotta go to it because I gotta point it out. Let me type in survival food. Okay, here's what it is. It's by, who is it? I can't even do what they even said. It's by Augason Farms. Augason. It's Augason Farms gluten-free vegetable stew blend. It's a nutritious combination of potatoes, cabbage, onions, carrots, celery, and red and green peppers. This versatile blend of vegetables is an effortless way to add flavor and substance to any dish. You can mix it into anything. You can boil it. Just make tomato stew. But that's not actually what I got. I got the vegetable blend. Anyways, you get 388 servings. And all you got to do is take it to boil and make a soup. 388 servings, and it's $74. Free standard shipping. I bought 2 of them. $388. What is that? That's $776. 776 servings. Plus the 144 servings I bought for Food for Patriots. Bought the 114 servings of fruit and vegetables. Then I bought then I got paid the $9 for the 72 meal, which 72-hour meal. And then I got 50 or 60 canned goods. And then 100 gallons of water and 50 or 60 2-liter bottles. And I got about 10 I need to go fill up. You can do it. I mean, there's a beautiful picture. It looks pretty good, but I mean, it's better than nothing. And I tend to think, you need meat because you need the protein. So but I bought some meats, some potatoes and hash, beef and potatoes, stuff like that. You buy some. You can get jerkies and stuff like that. You need some protein. You need some meat. But I think in a survival situation, vegetables may be better for you. Also consider your medical needs. A diabetic don't need to be eating a lot of noodles and rice, pastas. But he can eat all the vegetables he wants. Natural fruits and sugars are not really that bad for him. So there's something he can do. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things. But I found that to be, I don't know how good it's going to taste. And once it comes in one bucket, and I don't think it's a pouch, it's just $1 mile bag. So when you cut the bag, you ain't going to get about a year out. So I don't really want to review it until I have to need it, but I may just go ahead and do it. And but if you eat vegetables, you know, in a survival situation, you know, it's going to be light on the stomach and so forth. I don't know. Let me see how much even the bucket even weighed. It even said. The other one said each bucket weighs 18 pounds. Shelf life is sealed up for 25 years. Opened up 1 year under ideal conditions. 388 servings. Serving size is one quarter cup dehydrated, freeze dried. So you take that and you add the water to it. Now, 400 servings, get 3 servings. They fill your belly up. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how many you got. Now, if you have to ration, fine. But if you don't, enjoy it. You know, it's an 18-pound bucket, made in the USA. And they've got other stuff too. They got breakfast meals, lunch meals, stuff like that. You can do it. You know, and consider those who can't. Consider those who cannot go get something like this. Get them something. Your grandmother, the elderly lady next door, get something for her. Hey, just don't tell her, hey, you know, if something comes up to happen, you got something you can eat. You can eat it dry. Unfortunately, if you don't have water, it takes water to process your digest system to process food, to digest food. So if you don't have water, eating is not a good idea because you're gonna dehydrate yourself by eating, and your body's having to process it. So you got to look at that too. You got to look at that. I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna put this on the DVD, and I'm gonna put my other surviving martial law. Actually, because I've got one in. I didn't put a lot into that, but it's Becoming Martial Law, 6/30/2016. I'm gonna put that and this on a DVD. If you want the DVD, hey, contact me, and give me $5, $3, something. You know, somehow give me something to cover the shipping and the DVD. You know, I'll burn the DVD and send it to you. You can copy it, shit. I don't care what you do with it. Also, go back to the computer here. I've been collecting all these expensive books and so forth that people are claiming, you know, that we need. And the guy going to for Patriots, I believe he's actually got a book out. I got a book out called 37 sold out items you need. Let me go and click on the book itself here, okay? And it's that's not the same thing. Hold on, bear with me. And maybe it's 37 food items sold out in a crisis. It's 52 pages. I bought the stuff from him, so I wanted with the book. All right, but it's 37 food items sold out in a crisis that you need. All right. I've got that on the CD. Getaway Driver Technique to Escape for Escape and Evasion by Ronald George Erickson II. I've been collecting these books here. We're going to go to this. Everyday Gear, the 11 items I carry with me at all times. And I'll get to who that was in a minute here. Okay? Food for Pages has a pamphlet that you get when you buy the stuff. It's called 10 Items After a Crisis. And then we got this one here. Survival Food and Stockpiling and Storaging. These are all PDF files. A step-by-step guide building your own can rotation system. Alright? How to Outlive an EMP the Earlier Pioneer Way. That's 66 pages of PDF. Survival Water and Purification and Storage. It's by Survival Products, LLC, copyright 2011. That's 16 pages. The Ultimate Guide to The Ultimate Guide to U.S. Army Survival Skills, Tactics, and Techniques. And it's 963 pages. Alright? It's weapons training, hazards, first aid, desert, mountain, jungle, shelters, poisonous plants, defensive, position, nuclear, biological, chemical, edible plants, potable water, foreign environments, and mental training. And that, let's see if it gives us a date on that. That was done in 2007. This book here that I read to you, The Lost Ways, I had the PDF on it too. 375 pages. What I'm getting at? Alright. Alright, and that's it. Those are the random here. Anyways, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 books that I've got. If you will contact me by email, I'll email you some of these books for free. Contact me by email, and I will email these books to you free. There's a software program I use called WeTransfer, and it allows me to upload to somebody from my email to their email large photos up to like 2 gigs. And this here's only 119 megabytes. If you will contact me by email, I will email you the whole folder on them books and anything I come across after that. Okay. My email is Noel, Noel, Larry, Larry, Jackson, as in Michael Jackson. Noel Larry Jackson at gmail.com. If you will email me and say, hey, I saw your video, I want you to say, I saw your video. Will you email me the files? So I want the books. I will email them books to you. Now, if you want the videos, you got to send me $5. You can contact me through that email, and I will mail you. $5. It's gonna cost $2 to ship it. All right. First class is gonna cost about $2 just to even ship it. Anyways, I used to do it all the time. So $5 will cover the CD, my little bit of time, and for the $5, which ain't no money, I'm gonna put these videos. I'm gonna put them books on a CD too. I'm gonna give you that. You're just covering the time. $5 is nothing. Okay? You understand that? Now, I've got something else I'm going to put on the DVD for you. I got to find it. It's going to take me a minute. Because I've got massive stuff on these hard drives here. There's a gentleman who owns a company on Facebook and on YouTube. It's called Spy Escape and Evasion. It's the complete guide. You can get all his videos. I'll put it on that DVD too. You understand that? These are skills that we're going to need in the future. That video itself. The 2 videos I'm producing here, the 2 videos are going to be about 2 hours. Surviving the coming martial law, and this part here, part 2, surviving martial law, where we talk about get more in depth into the water and so forth. It's going to be about 2 hours. Okay? Then I'll put Spy Escape and Evasion, the complete guide, on DVD. That itself is 3 hours and 42 minutes. Okay? Then, what I'm going to put on there, I'm going to give you my videos more videos I produce called Weapons of Mass Construction, part 1 and 2. Each part is 2 hours. You understand it? Each part is 2 hours. And it shows you how to make all types of improvised weapons when push comes to shove. I'm going to give you all that for $5. I'm not making any money on it. Actually, the packaging is going to be about $1. Shipping is going to be about $1. So you're looking at $3. just for cost before I even put it on a CD. I will put all that on there. You contact me by email, and I will email you the information to get me the $5. I'll take cash. I'll take a Western. I'll take U.S. Postal Money Order or PayPal. If you want that, I will give you that. You understand? Because it's getting crucial, and we need and you need to have access to every survival skill that you can have. I've mentioned the books. 1,000 Deadly Skills. That was a good book. Survival Handbook by Peter Darman. Peter, P-E-T-E-R, Darman, D-A-R-M-A-N. You can go to eBay, because I bought a new copy. Sitting up there in the package still. And the Lost Ways book, you can buy the hardcover. I'm thinking you can get them on eBay. The Lost Ways. We'll look it up right now and see what it costs. You can go that route. The Lost Way. Oh. Let's see here. One guy, The Lost Ways Doomsday Prepper Preparing Survivalist Physical Textbook. He's wanting $54 for it. I paid a lot of it, and I did it just to get the digital so I could get it to you. I did it just for you. And there's another guy's got it. Let's see here, The Lost Ways Doomsday Prepper book. The book's called The Lost Ways. And they just add on it's a prepper survival book. Let's see what it says here. And when you buy the book, his looks like a hard copy, mine's not. He's going to give you the PDF on The Lost Ways, the step-by-step guide to building your own can rotation system, how to outlive an EMP, the early pioneer way. We've mentioned that already. And how to survive, how every survivor should grow in his what every survivor should grow in his backyard. Those books are on that CD I just mentioned. And he wants $39.99. And he's got some other stuff too. Pretty interesting stuff. He's got some more stuff too. But anyways, the video's about an hour long now. And I wanted to just tell you that you need to be prepared. And you need to get some knowledge here. Okay? And also, I've got tons. Anyways, look. If you want the information, I told you how to get the information. I've given you information from my experience of what I'm doing right now. September 12th, 2016. How I'm preparing. You need to be prepared. I don't know what's coming. If a flood comes, I'll be prepared. I want you to be prepared. If a hurricane comes, knocks out the power, I want you to be prepared. You know, if what happened in Baltimore, cops kill somebody and they start rioting, start tearing up the stores, you may not want to go into town. Okay? And you may have water. The water may be still running. Okay? But you don't want to go in town because it's not safe. But you got your storable food. Break open one of them bags. Once again, check out Patriots for Food. Or is it Food for Patriots? Foodforpatriots.com. Okay? And you know, you can they just type in Food for Patriots free. And you can pay $9.95 and you can get a 72-hour survival meal. That'll last 25 years. That's the key. It'll last 25 years. You can buy it, throw it on top of the refrigerator, don't worry about it again. No. If something happened right now and I couldn't go to the store, I wouldn't bust open my survival food. I'd eat the canned goods first because they don't last as long. I would start to weeding out the canned foods. Okay? That's what I'm saying. No, that is just in case you can't get to the store. That is something that you put on the top of the refrigerator, tuck under your bed, you'll forget about it. Till you get hungry. Man, I ain't got nothing to eat. Yeah, I do. So that's how you do that, okay? That's all you got to do for that part. Just be prepared. And I mean it. I've covered guns, ammunition, knives, body armor, you know, bug out, We'll get into bug out bags first. Okay, you want a bug out bag. Alright. Tell you how to get your bug bag. I'll tell you a quick way to have your bug out bag. First, get your military, get your Army canteen. Or you can get a 2-liter and fill it full of water. Halfway, because that's a lot of weight. Fill it halfway full of water. Get your survival straw. Take your 72-hour meal. Your 72-hour bug out bag that's good for 25 years. Because if you put plain goods in the bag, you may forget about it. Alright? But, remember this. All of the survival foods have to be boiled for 15 to 20 minutes. So you're going to need a method to boil, to cook it. That's the one drawback. You got to cook it. I believe you can soak it. I believe if you soak it, you make it still eat it. I'm gonna check into that myself. See if I can't cook it, I can't get a fire started. Can I just put it in and boil it? Now see, that is a place where the canned goods will come in handy. Don't put your survival food. Don't put your survival food in there. Your storable food unless you can cook it. If you don't have a method of cooking and boiling it, they put you some canned goods in there, and you get a lot of canned goods with pop tops, straight out the can. So what do we got for a bag out? But get your good bag out. Get your good backpack and get the Alice backpack, the new Molly backpacks. Believe it or not, I go to the thrift stores and I get backpacks for 50 cents. See if I can get one of these backpacks I got here. Hold on one second here. I bought this backpack at the thrift store for 50 cents. 50 cents. 50 cents. Not a tear, not a stain, not a zipper broke. 50 cents. I got about 10 of them. Every time I go and pick up one. I got Alice backpacks. I got a $160 Army backpack that I can put all the other backpacks in. I mean, it's huge. I mean, you can't even see it. It's a monster bag. If I filled it up, I couldn't even tote it. I mean, $150. Bought it from a guy on Facebook for $25. He needed some money. Posted on Facebook. Got a backpack I don't need no more. Hey, I'll take $25 for it. Made him at the Walmart parking lot. Bought 50 cents. Got Ozark backpacks that they sell at Walmart for $38. 50 cents. I mean, there's ways to do it. This bag has no tears. It is so nice. I just got it set on my bedpost. I mean, I've got a ton of stuff. But I've been preparing for years. Also, string. I just noticed because I got some over there. You got, I had some stuff I was going to mention, and I just simply forgot. Okay, you're going to need strope. You're going to need rope to tie down things, to lash down things, to make tourniquets, to bind somebody up, stuff like that. I bought it on eBay. I bought 100 feet of Kevlar rope. Kevlar rope. I'm going to go get it and show it to you. So I got to walk away from the camera here. All right. Sorry about that. A lot of this stuff is on the fly. This happens, like Alex Jones says, when you're filming live, you don't have a teleprompter. This is what you do. Okay. Anyways, Kevlar wire. Look how thin it is. 300 pounds. Got to repair clothing, anything. 300 pounds. You can lash down. You can make a hell of a tent with this. It's 100. It was $9 free shipping. It came from China and it took it about 3 weeks to get here. But I mean, it was well worth it. You can't get it at Walmart. If I could have, you'd already known about it. Fishing line. Heavy duty fishing line. Get some thin, get some heavy. For the same thing, reach for lashing, fishing, tying down things, okay? I've been mentioning body armor. Here's another Passcat helmet. This stuff just comes to me. And it's just I bought two more. I bought two of them earlier. One at the gun show, like 1997. They've been inside, so they're probably good still. Got flak jackets. Bought at the gun shows for $50. A flak jacket is level 3A armor. It will stop all handguns. It won't stop. It won't stop. It won't stop rifle rounds, but it'll stop handguns. Also, in a riot, it's not necessarily stab proof, but it would definitely cause some resistance for stabbing. It will help if you're being attacked with a bat, being hit in the chest, being punched. Kevlar helmet. A buddy of mine that worked with me quit and resigned. Gave a 2-week notice, and on the last night we had a little party for him, and I gave him a Smith & Wesson pocket knife that I had bought like 15 years ago at what we call Big Lots. And the knives are like $30, $40. I paid like $7 for it. I bought two of them. One's out of the package. This was still in the package. I said, I would get something nice and gave it to him. So we're leaving. The shift's over, and we're out in the parking lot. And man, I got something for you. You want it? I said, sure. What you got? He said, you want it? I said, yeah. It's a Kevlar helmet. I said, sure, I'll take it. No problem. The only thing about it is that the liner is in bad shape. You can't really tell because of the camera here, but it's tore right here. Been like it's been ate on by rats or something, or it just got snagged. Anyways, Passcat helmets, new Passcat helmet, $300 or $400. New Passcat helmet, they got a different cut on them now, Special Forces cut. They're like $300. The guy gave it to me, a buddy, gave it to me. All right, and I went on eBay, bought a new band, new chin strap for it, and all that. $10. Bulletproof, level 3A. It has even been known, some of them have even stopped AK-47 rounds. So because it's hard Kevlar, it probably has a little bit more ballistics to it versus the soft Kevlar, which flak jackets are made of and what cops wear. So you need some of this. This is good. If I have to leave and it's getting dangerous and they're riding, I can get out because it's a helmet. I can protect my head. But I bought one at the gun show in the 90s. And then I had a friend of mine that worked with years ago. He was in the Army, and he comes up to me, and one night he needed a little money, and he gives me an Alice back. $25. A load bearing system for the AR-15, 4-pouch, grenade pouch, brand new, still in the package. He was in the Army. A Kevlar helmet. Had a Kevlar helmet still in the wrapper. You want it? Sure. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm just making a point. You can do it. You can do it. Okay? You can prepare. And I've spent over an hour telling you what you can do. You can do it. One more thing. A good machete is always a good thing. It's a good self-defense weapon. Chopping down weeds, bushes. You need an axe for trees, but small limbs, machete's fine. Who I just bought off eBay. I bought a Cold Steel Royal Gurkha. Very nice. Beautiful grind to it. I bought it because I had another one. It's a Gurkha machete, but it's based off what they call their light Gurkha. Not their standard Gurkha. And I'm going to get it. Well, I'll go ahead and get it and show you that too. Now, I bought this in 10, 15 years. When they first came out, I'm guessing about 10 years ago. I have bent it, chipped it, abused it, smashed the handle right here and busted the rubber handle on, took wire and wired it back up to keep it. But it's still functional. Yeah. You can see it's got the larger belly on it because it's based off their light Gurkha. So, it was a Gurkha with a full blade, but the blade was not quite as thick as a 1/4 inch on the Gurkhas. And it had a pathetic grind, straight from Cold Steel. The grind sucked. Lawnmowers had better edges than this had. Lawnmower blades had. And the case was beyond pathetic. It was so flimsy. Blue jeans were stiffer than the case. It was ridiculous how nasty and flimsy it was. And I threw the case way years ago. It just sucked. But get you a machete. It's a good self-defense weapon, and generally you can just lay it on your car seat. Nobody's gonna say nothing. Hit him with the back. Hit him with the front. I'm just getting all off the subject now, but I just want to show you. I paid like $25-$30 for it. The brand new one with a much better case, a much better finish, and the grind. This had a rough utility grind. This one was borderline razor sharp. I mean, really nice. $23 free fast and free shipping on eBay. So, nope. Just some more ideas. Anyways, I done kind of got off subject here. I told you how to contact me. I told me if you need anything, what you got to do and how to do it. Okay? Just this video to itself. Hey, if anything, get a free YouTube loaner. Download this video. Download the other part, the first part. Put them on a DVD and give them away. Share the video. Make it go viral. Hey, make it go viral. Make it go viral. I want people to be prepared. Because, see, if I get all you prepared, then I can take care of myself and I have to worry about trying to help you out. And I will if I have to. But if everybody does their part, if it ever happens, man-made, alien-made, government-made, we'll survive it much easier. God bless the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Remember that. Remember that. What this is about. Good day.